Good evening to all Barbadians. It is with great sadness that I am making this voice note. I'm a Christian and I believe in principle. I believe in justice and I believe that justice should not be served for certain people, but justice should be served for all. I have a case here that leave me puzzled. My grandson was chopped by a well-known criminal and he almost lose his hand that prevent him from being able to work. He was rushed to the hospital where he had to go to surgery to save that hand. A medical report was submitted to the police, and this is almost August, and that criminal have not been arrested and charged up to this day, and it's almost August. It leaves I called the office of the commissioner of police and I spoke to those in authority at the police station, and all I am hearing is that he will soon be charged and brought before the court. The last time I spoke to the leading officer is Thursday last week, and he said by Monday he would be charged and brought before the court. Tomorrow is Monday, and up to this day the criminal is still at home. It leaves me to ask the question, is these criminals paying the police? That the police cannot arrest them and bring them to justice? There was an incident where a 16-year-old boy went to the beach with a 14-year-old girl. And about 16 policemen turned up at that young man's house. About 16 and about 5 or 6 vans that you would think that it was a murder take place at that house. And when the police leave and went to that criminal that chopped my son and my grandson and nearly chopped off his whole head, 2 police in a van to make the public believe and to make us believe that they're doing their work. But 16 turn up for a 16-year-old that went to the beach with a 14-year-old girl, and a known criminal too turned up in a van. I stopped to ask the question, is these criminals paying the police not to arrest them? Is that why we are having so much crime in this country? So much murdering in this country? Because justice is not being served in this country. There are certain people who are being arrested by the police, and there's some who the police is cutting their eyes at. I stopped to ask the question again. Is these criminals paying the police not to arrest them? This thing have me so confused because my grandson fear for his life and I fear for his life that I spoke to the office of the commissioner of police. I spoke there, and up to this day nothing have happened. I want to know, why is this young man not arrested and brought before the court? The police is giving a blind eye to him. Is justice for some and not for all? This is a young man that were and unable to go to work to support his daughter. It is sad. It is sad. He fear for his life because the same man tell him it's not over yet. Stop at the gap of my grandson mother house and look cross out there from out of his car and say this ain't done yet. We fear for our lives with this young man. I asked the police why y'all don't put him as a wanted man, and he said to me, we don't have to do that. We would do that in the station. Why would they do that in the station and other people go on Barbados Today and Nation News that they're wanted and not this particular young man? Is he paying the police to protect him? I'm waiting for justice to be served. I am waiting for justice to be served. And I am going all out to see that justice is served. Because this is not the first time that he chopped my grandson. This is not the first time. And I don't understand for the life of me what the police is doing. The police is not doing their work in this country effective. It seems to me that the police like to hear when people kill their one another. I get that impression. I get that impression that the police is telling themselves, let them kill out their one another. We need a new police force in this country. Sometimes it make me think, who's the criminal? Who's really the criminals? I wonder, Barbadians, we got to speak out for our children. We got to speak up for our grandchildren. We got to speak up for those that don't have a voice. You know what it is when you can call the office of the commissioner and up to this day there's still no arrest for that criminal. And my grandson every day fear his life for him. And he's home with cameras all around his house and see when the police come and call him. Don't answer them. Don't answer them because there's not 16 of them turning up. There's 2 turning up in a van for him. I ask the question again, is these criminals paying the police to protect them? Then we can look for plenty murders in Barbados. We can look for plenty murders in Barbados. He's supposed to be charged and brought before the court tomorrow, and up to this day he's still at home. And it's almost tomorrow. What is happening in this country? What is really happening in this country? How much can we trust those at the top? It is proven every day that we can't trust those at the top because they're not working with integrity. Everybody breaking everybody looking for money. So who can give money? People ain't doing nothing to make sure that justice is being served in this country. Everybody breaking everybody looking for money. Barbadians, get up here. Get up. We can't depend on these police to arrest the criminals. That's why so much people taking matters in their own hands. You can tell me from May to almost August, and he's not arrested. And my grandson fear for his life. And a medical report is in the police station. The commission office have been called, and he's not arrested. Who's protecting him? Barbadians, something is wrong in this country. Too much things are happening in this country and there's no justice. None. Have a great day, Barbadians.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.